Hey everyone, welcome back to the Outpost. I noticed that when I put this on, it's rubbing just a little bit on this. So I think what happened when the wood got wet, because it was raining yesterday while we were trying to work, it swelled just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of trim off right here, which is the doorstop, and I'm going to cut just a little bit off right there, and then it should swing free. But I stopped and got a push button LED light right there. And then I also have this other little one right here, which is kind of cool. It's got 3 different shades to it, but really cheap, so I thought I would put them in here. But this one primarily I'm going to hang on the wall, that way when you enter you just push the button, you got light in here. Because honestly, with these with the roof, the way that I've done it, it kind of hangs low. It's a little dark when you shut the door, but with both these lights there'll be plenty of light. And also I got this urine separator, and what I did was I took a piece of screen, if you can see that right there, and I super glued it in the bottom. So in the event that somebody dropped something in there or whatever, it wouldn't actually go down this line. Even though it's got a little portion between it, it won't go down in there. So I'm going to go ahead and install this in here. The only thing that I really need to get is a little clamp to go on the end, just in case somebody or something may pull on that hose, it won't come off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my tools. I'm going to install this light and everything. Then I'll bring the camera in here and let you guys take a look and see, because there's not enough room to get the camera in here. So stay tuned, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I got the light mounted, I got everything hooked up, so I'm going to bring the camera in here and kind of show you what it looks like. Okay, let me see if I can hold the camera. Right over here is where I mounted the light. Then I've got some disinfectant, some hand sanitizer right there. I will get something to mount the toilet paper on, but I got this little shelf right there. Then of course I've got the little can right there, and I want to get a larger can for the paper towels. Got some Kleenex right there. Up here is the paper towel holder. I kind of showed you how that worked. What I did was I just made it out of a piece of wood, and on this side right over here, bored a hole in it. Got a pin right here so you can actually pull this rod out. I'm not going to pull it out, and then that locks it in to keep it from moving right there, just in case you need to change the paper towels. Right here I have the cedar shavings, and I have the peat moss. And down inside the bucket, here is the, where the light can see it, here is the liquid separator. And then down inside, I don't know if you can see, but I do have a starting of some sawdust down in there. And then of course I got the little lamp right there. I am going to make some shutters where you can pull those too. And I may, on this side, I may just put a just an insert. I don't know, shutters would be just as easy to make for that side too. But anyway, also I was going to show you that I just took some regular slab wood right there, and I made the door stop, and I made this one on this side look the same way. I'm going to put a couple of coat hangers right here so you can take your coat off in the wintertime. And then if you haven't seen the little latching system, that's it right there. That's actually in the lock position. This is open, and when you get inside, you shove it like that, pull this little pin out, stick it in there, and nobody can get in. And when you're done, you just pull that out, put that in there, open the door, and there you go. I have found this. I sawed it off. I actually have another one too. So what we're going to do here in just a second is we're going to go down, or we're going to go back up to the sawmill. We're going to drill us a hole in here, and we're going to mount this right here, so to give you something a little firmer to hang on to. And we're going to mount one on the back as well. So I'll meet you up at the sawmill. We'll drill some holes in here and see if we can't get those put on. Alright, I left this other one undone so that we could actually work on it together. But what I'm going to do is, actually, maybe I could just break that. And we will stick it in here and saw it off. saw this other side off first. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's got some rough spots on it. I'm gonna have to try to get those off. I think that's cool. Why don't we take that down there? I haven't went all the way through this one. Why don't we take this down there and see if it'll work? Okay guys, I apologize for not being able to get several angles down here, but the handrail might get in the way, but I can get the one camera up here on the step. So I tested that out and it actually fits very snug, but I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on this anyway, just a tad bit, so that it will set up on there. Not a whole lot, because it will probably come out on the other side. It's so tight. Anyway, I'm going to take and put that up on there. I don't want it all the way. I want a little bit of play in it. Probably right there. Look at that. Isn't that just cute? See? When I shut it, look at that. Isn't that just cute? There we go. So when that sets up, that glue gets tight, that's basically what we've got. Now I am going to have a handle right here, which is going to be another surprise, but I just wanted something other than that little bitty latch to be able to pull and make it look a little bit more cool. Looks like a doorknob, you know? And to be able to slide that from inside and out, and this pin, something not too big where it would still work. But yeah, cool bean. Alright, there we go. Compost toilet 101. I'm just teasing. This video has not been a tutorial on how to build a compost toilet. This is just my version of a toilet. But I think it's turned out pretty cool. So, there we go. You know guys, as I was going to head back to the sawmill, I got to thinking that, you know, it's fall, it will be wintertime before everybody knows it, and everything stays wet until pretty much late spring. So what I was thinking is I probably need to make some kind of a walkway here, especially for the guests, so that they don't, if it's a rainy day or something, they don't have to go through the mud, track that in there. As long as they're walking on the gravel, their shoes pretty much stayed clean. And I think I can scoop up enough gravel out of the driveway and finish using these rocks right here and build kind of like a little pathway over to the driveway. So I think before I put a log on the sawmill and start sawing 2x4s for the cabin, I think I'm going to make some kind of a little walkway and go ahead and take care of that. What I'm going to do is try to scoop up enough gravel out of the driveway that we can actually put in here. But first of all, I'm going to try to get this. looks like a little bit of spalted maple right there. Well, if you guys are new to this channel, I'll explain a little bit how I go about setting this log up. If you've never seen a sawmill in action before, the small head, or the small end of the log, always goes near the, or most people put it near the saw head, because I have a jack where I will level it up to meet this end. So what I'm going to do is scoot it over a little bit. Let's see. We want both ends to be about the same height. This one is about 14.5. This one close to the same, so I'm not going to worry about it. Otherwise I would jack up this end so that I get pretty much a level cut. We'll fire up the saw. primarily what I want to do is I just want to cut a outer slab off here. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees and cut another outer slab. That will give me a 90-degree angle to work with. And every time I turn it over, it'll be 90 degrees. So this end's a little bit low now since I turned it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to jack this up so it'll be level. You can get hydraulics for this, but I just figured that this is a pretty cheap way to do it, and I don't have to spend any money. That jack was actually going to be a throwaway, but it was a brand new jack. The people had them for a long time, and I said, well, can I have it? And they said, yeah. So I brought it home. That's what I use it for. You got to be sure and remember to move your stops down. Otherwise, your blade can end up running into them. So now every time I turn it, it will turn 90 degrees. Okay, so we've got 10.5 by 10.5. So what we'll do is we'll split that twice, which would give us 3.5 times 3. Okay. Then since it's 10.5 the other way, we'll start milling out. I'm milling 2x4s right now. We'll start milling those out 1.5 inches, and we should come up with quite a few. I got to take one off because it will not cut with that extra one up there and go down as far as I need it to. We'll set it back up there when we cut this one. Can't believe it. I thought I had an extra gas can. It was full, but I didn't. Anyway, I'm out of fuel for the sawmill, so I'm gonna have to kind of cut the video short, but you know, I'm already missing Jeff from being here because he was such he's such a great friend, and not only that, but you know, he's a great guy, got a lot of common sense. He anticipated my next move, just like Jennifer, just like my son Patrick, so it was a real joy to have him here. He's got a small channel that he's starting up. Again, it's Red Bush Primitives. If you guys watch the previous videos from this, and you'll see a lot of the things that he does. He's going to have a bushcraft base camp that he's starting sometime soon in the future, and does a lot of do-it-yourself. So, you know, check him out. You may find some things that you like or enjoy watching. So be sure to go do that. And if you're new to this channel, you like what we're doing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything and it sure does help. But guys, like I said, I'm empty and it's kind of late, and this is the only thing that I was going to do to finish out the day. But I hope you enjoyed watching this. And what I'm doing is I'm sawing up 2x4s for my cabin. So as soon as I get the rest of those logs over there sawed, it's not going to take long. I have enough material I can start cracking on with that cabin. Hope you enjoyed the little Outpost compost toilet. Making that little walkway, that was needed too. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it. We love you guys. Have a great evening. Take care. We look forward to seeing you back up here at the Outpost next time.